Joan, it's such an honor to speak with you. You are so fabulous in this series. Amanda's such a fascinating character, and you just explored all her complexities so well. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Tatiana. Thank you.
And can you talk about that really complicated dynamic with the sisters? Because there's so much love there, but also a lot of, stress and tension between them.
Yeah, I think what the series does, Tatiana, really well is, it depicts that family relationships are complicated and it's not all roses and they love each other, but there are days when it's not so easy. And so I think Stephen King really captured that really well, where they love each other to death and then they just want to hit each other over the head sometimes because it's so real. And they're also going through, Lisey's trying to, she is trying to deal with her own grief and loss. And, Amanda has her own issues with fragility and mental health concerns. And so they have a lot going, a lot going on together. But I think it's very, three-dimensional.
Definitely. Also fascinating is the dynamic between Amanda and Scott, or the special connection that they have that
Mhm.
maybe even Lisey doesn't really understand. Can you talk about why they're able to see eye to eye?
Well, I think what Amanda and Scott have in common, the best that I could kind of piece it together is the way I looked at it is there are just some people who are more fragile than others. And they just are, whether they come out of the gate that way when they're born or and I think that they both recognize that in each other and have both engaged in activities to try to soothe themselves that were not the healthiest or the best, so they understand what it's like to try to do that. You think you're doing something that you really are trying to cope and soothe yourself, but it's actually pretty destructive for yourself. And I
Right,
think they
right.
understood that, and they had a ability to share a common language surrounding that.
And I feel like it's such a privilege to be able to work from Stephen King's words on paper, but did you also get to pick his brain in any way in terms of how to approach your character, or did you only look at the text?
I looked at the text, and I really mainly through. I know our wonderful director Pablo Lorraine spoke with Stephen King at length, and so I really more than anything I used Pablo as the filter and the mouthpiece, for the vision because he had many conversations and I'm sure quite a lot of dialogue with Stephen King. So.
Oh, wonderful. Now, do you have a favorite Stephen King work in any medium, aside from, of course, Lisey's story?
I would be The Shining.
Ah, yes.
That would be The Shining. Yes.
I love that. Um, Now, Amanda also deals with Booyah Moon in the series, and like being separated from herself, if you will, going between states of mind or worlds, or however you consider that. How do you approach that as an actress?
Went to these two different places. I don't know. Um, I believe that she was really struggling and in her real life, and she needed to find some relief somewhere. And so, it's just really a matter of just like that's what happens. I just am taking that leap and I'm believing it, and relying on my wonderful director to help me guide me to the right place.
Well, he obviously guided you very well because you were amazing. So thank you so much for your fabulous
Thank you.
performance. Wonderful
Thanks,
to speak
Tatiana.
with you today. Have a great day.
Thank